This is the Rebel Yell Podcast, supported by MK Window Cleaning and Price Jones Electrical.
Well, a new venue.
Glamorous.
Yeah, the store covered at the Tarring Club. But thank you to the Tarring Club for having us. Obviously, we've had to make some adjustments this season, just because of the way training's been going. Obviously, gone to the full-time model. They now don't train on a Thursday night, and they don't trust us with the keys, do they, boys? Do you blame them?
Can't blame them, really, can you?
No, I can't blame them. But boys, welcome back.
Hello.
What episode is this? That's great research by me. Great, fantastic research by me.
No, March 26th.
Episode 7 of the Rebel Yell Podcast of the 25-26 season, brought to you by Price Jones Electrical and MK Window Cleaning. Firstly, thank you for those that attended the Coffee Cast last month. I mean, fantastic, guys, wasn't it? I mean, it was brilliant. Really good night.
Such a good night. Hopefully everyone else enjoyed it as much as we did.
Especially, thank you to everybody who turned up, because I was thinking 5-6 people, but actually we did all right.
Well, Dave was well happy. He obviously runs Fellow Coffee, and I mean, I know when we were standing there before anyone came here, we're like, right, one's turned up at least, and then it's the staff have turned up, and then because obviously when you do it for sponsor, like obviously we haven't financially been sponsored by Dave, but obviously he had to put staff on. He obviously wants a bit of return, and you know he's obviously planning on it, and he's invited us back at the end of the season, so he must have done something.
He's done all right, yeah. It's when we turned up and you see the size of the space and you're like, God, I hope someone turns up, because
just not us three.
It was a big room to be empty.
And I thought the guests were really good as well. It was a great stories. It was really good. I really enjoyed it.
Great venue for it, I thought, as well, because like obviously Woodside Bar, as much as we love it, it's very echoey. The sound system sort of isn't the best, but we've had some good times, but obviously we're now at the bar at the back, and we've had it before where people come in from Monday Night Football or something like that, and you can't hear, and it's like when we've had committee meetings and stuff as well.
It's just the general shape of the room as well, because the Woodside Bar is that longer room, whereas everybody was a bit more.
Can I just point something out? The directions you do with your hands, nobody will see.
Yeah, no,
that's what I do at work.
It's good. It's good content.
Okay.
It's good content. Wait for video podcast coming soon.
Oh my God.
Christ. You imagine that. Well, they have said that. Like the guy that helped me set up all this equipment, he was like, "Have you ever thought about doing a video podcast?" I'm like, Christ, I might have got face for radio for a reason.
If only we had a video just to see the venue we are currently saying.
Yeah. I mean, should we ask them if we can paint it? Put a big Rebel Yell logo up or something?
We're not saying it's cold, but there are 5 portable heaters in here.
There's 5. I didn't even see the 5th one. Yeah. So 1 on the wall, 4 on the floor. So I think they get colder. It was pretty Baltic in there. I think that's where they store the meat from the meat drawer or something, isn't it? In the social club.
It's not even deep winter.
But no, obviously we did the Rebel Yell podcast here at the end of last season, which was really good as well. And so thank you to Kelly and the committee of the Tarring Club for letting us in. Guys, it's we always call it a roller coaster, and it bloody has been, because obviously January, Hinch was very open at the Coffee Cast. He was saying, we've been crap, but we picked up results after the Coffee Cast.
Can I just say something about it as well? Because after we stopped recording, Hinch took questions from the floor, and he was quite open. He said he's happy to do it, and I thought it was I think that showed what the kind of guy is. When things going well, you can talk to people. When things are not going well, the live audience answer questions, and I think he was
happy to answer the difficult questions.
He did, yeah, it was good.
Well, guys, I know obviously people must listen and watch our podcast, because think about it. We've had Brighton and Hove Official Albion podcast, talked about Hinch's career a couple of days ago. It was released. Deja vu or what? I don't know her name, but the American girl that does content for Worthing's official channel, she was asking Elle about her injury. Talk about deja vu. We obviously set the precedent, don't we, boys? Do you know what I mean?
We do.
But it was fantastic. It was great. And, hear those stories, I think taking it away from being football for a little bit rather than that, it was just really good to talk about non-footballing
the more
things.
The human side of it, the personal side.
Yeah, it was a different approach. It was get to know you, wasn't it? More with the players, and getting to know, their favourite meal deal, for example.
Yeah, I was hoping for a bit more of an audience participation. That maybe we'll have to do a live meal deal testing sometime test it out on YouTube. Just get Spencer a meal deal from every.
Next time it's everyone bring their own meal deal, and then we can get some feedback.
Spencer can be a roving reporter on the floor and goes, all right. He go around, give me a bite of that. Oh, that's tasty. Oh, give me a bit of that. Yeah, give me a bit.
That's
of
very
that.
good.
I'll tell you what, I'm up for that.
And I think he'd like that. Don, actually, on an away coach. Everyone on away coach, we have Spencer and a camera and just follow up and down doing meal deals and stuff. That would be good, wouldn't it?
That's the sort of stuff that would get you massive on YouTube.
Yeah. Spencer, you've often told me you would consider a career change if the move was right. You know, who knows? You could be.
I don't think he was talking about YouTube.
You could be Jack Eats and Spencer's meal deal as one channel. So
I'll be moving to Dubai now.
You're getting the train on Saturday, aren't you?
Yeah.
Yeah, you're going to get a meal deal for that. You will do, won't you? Or you're going to have a bacon roll in house first.
I shall see.
Take one for the team, mate. Get a meal deal. Get a meal deal. Joking aside, it has been a good month, and we now sit, depending on results this Saturday, 4 points behind Dorking Wanderers, who were 9 points last week, and we have to play them on Bank Holiday Monday, Easter Monday. I mean, does this ring a bit of deja vu just with a different colour kit from something that happened last season? Because it's
don't forget. We were in the Dorking position last year.
Yeah.
Well, that's what I mean. Is this what's happening to Dorking right now? I'm not saying we can't say they're not going to go up. They could prove everyone wrong, but they were in such a decent position, and like we were this time last year.
I have to say that I've never known a team with so many injuries there. You know,
don't care.
Don't care. But you know, what's going to happen? Who knows?
I know you follow them just through a bunch of amateurs. I know you and your son like watching a bunch of amateurs, and it's a good thing. I just haven't got time to watch it, but I wonder if Mark White will be getting loads of wrong-uns behind the dugout and a free bar for all those people like he promised after the game.
You can't get anybody behind that dugout.
No.
I know it's not going to happen. I've been told by somebody.
It was heat at the moment stuff, wasn't it? It was heat. They wouldn't have allowed it. His security and the safety officers would not be allowing that.
But again, for him, it makes good content.
I'm just about to say that because
and the program,
and he was angry and het up at the time, wasn't he?
Yeah, look, we're talking about it now, and then I hate him all. Love him, but he is good for marketing. He's good for views. He's good for clicks.
He's good for non-league football.
Yes,
he gets non-league football on the map. I talk to people at work who have no interest in non-league football apart from they know I follow support Worthing.
And you're a podcaster.
And
YouTuber,
world famous podcast, and soon to be YouTube influencer. But they watch it and will talk to me about it, because that's their kind of way into non-league football.
I mean, as we always say, you haven't met my friend Mattia, the Italian friend. He hasn't been. Have you met him? Yeah. But he says there's nothing like that in Italy. And step 6 of English football, getting 3.5, nearly 4,000 people. Imagine doing that anywhere else. You go to Spain, Spencer. You gone to when you had your little away day trip to Spain. You went to some random sort of regional team, and there was like one man and his dog there, weren't there? Do you know what I mean?
It's just not the same interest.
Torquay and Dorking the other night, 4,000 people there on a Tuesday night.
Yeah, But it has been. It's positive because could we? Because by the time we record the next podcast, in theory, the real season will be done. Probably the actual. We'll just be at the edge of the playoffs, won't we? Yeah.
If we're looking end of
depends
April,
when we record.
We could be in the middle of the playoffs.
Could be in the middle of the party right now. But can you face the playoffs again? I mean, I'll take it if we're in it, but. The heartbreak of going from the final, literal heartbreak, as you like to remind me every so often, and then to be such a wet performance against Maidstone in the eliminator round last year was just.
Different team, different manager.
It's
different.
Hinch hasn't been in. Well, he has been in a playoff the first year against Oxford, but he hasn't been in a. No, he has. It was Oxford, wasn't it? We beat Braintree in the eliminator, Oxford in the semi-final, and that day, that away day.
That was a disappointing day, but the final. Yeah, but if we go to the playoffs, I only want to finish second. If we finish third, for me.
We haven't lost at home since the beginning of the season.
Don't you want second and third? Because they're the two home semis.
You want second. No.
You want second, and you got home all the way through.
If you're second, you get...
home all the way through. Yeah, of course.
Yeah, then you get home all the way through.
Sorry, yeah, of course.
Providing you win, of course. But
there'll be people on the roofs around. Should we, if we do get there, should we see if one of the gardens will let us put a scaff on? We have the Rebel Yell pit party.
No.
The Bigsy pit party above the Bigsy stand. Just get another tier.
He's already got his bid in to sponsor the North stand.
or the Bigsy's North Stand. It's brought to you by Rebel Yell. But no, I mean, on one hand, it'd be amazing to see Woodside like that again, but I'd rather see Woodside like that with a trophy being paraded around the pitch as champions.
Yeah, of course I do. Everybody wants, and you want to win it. If you want to go up, let's win it. And it's, it all depends on Saturday, isn't it? Hamel versus Hamel.
It's out of our hands, isn't it?
So I guess the ideal result on Saturday would be a 0-0 draw or something, or a 1-1 draw.
A draw.
Because would Hemel go above us if they won? And then Dorking obviously will get another there'll be 7 points. Yeah. So a draw would be...
A draw would be ideal at us. And that,
we haven't got to
have
play
to
Hemel
win
again, have we? Hemel's done.
We don't have
just Dorking. But... Enfield's equally as tough because,
they're fighting to stay
up.
And look what happened last year. Like, we capitulated them in the end, but that could have been a tricky game if we'd relied on that for the league.
And don't forget, on Good Friday, we still got Eastbourne. I know.
And we could relegate them as well.
We could relegate them, but it's a bit of a Sussex pride on it.
Yeah, they're almost going into that game with nothing to lose. So
they've got
nothing to give it a go.
And have they still got a little bit of fight to stay up, haven't they? Or are they rock bottom? Are they rock bottom?
I think they're rock bottom.
They're technically down. I think it's
It's not if, but when.
Yeah, but again, and if you play against your local rivals, you can never
but
tell.
How mental is that to think, like, the 4 years we've been in this league, first year Eastbourne were challenged, second year they were down, third year they were right up there, and this year again they were down, but almost down. It's crazy to see.
They've had so much turnover.
But does it worry you what could happen here, though? Like, if we don't get that promotion again, players... I mean, we will see wholesale changes in this squad. We know that. Hinch has said there'll be a lot of changes in the summer, no matter what league we're in. But, will we be starting again? Would players like Joel Colbrand still be here? Which is obviously he's one of the heart of Worthing FC, but we know that he wants to play higher, and he loves this club, but it's head and heart. I mean, we know I think it was a rumour or something. He nearly signed for Dorking Wanderers a couple of years ago, but he decided to stay with Worthing.
You've got to remember as well. This is Hinch's first summer back, so this is his chance to build his squad.
Yeah, that's non-league, isn't it? Because
never fall in love with a non-league or a loan player.
James has had his heart broken way too many times.
Oh, Ollie Pearce, Jasper, all that lot.
Jasper. Like, you see his eyes are going.
But it is what it is, isn't it? Well, I reckon there's a few already. I think I like to keep, and I think.
There's definitely the core.
Toby Byron was actually on a 2-year contract. I don't know if you knew that.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, he was on that's why they paid an undisclosed. Now Aggie, piss off and leave our players alone.
I'm surprised he's gone. And not surprised.
Are you not surprised? But Beardy coming back in from injury,
that left side at the moment with Beard and Cox is so solid, and
Cox
hardly
hard. plays because I think
player.
He's been more injured than he played, and when he's playing, he's a very good player.
And when he came in to cover for Beardy, he was.
Oh yeah, I thought Toby was really good, but that's
got player of the month for 1 month.
Yeah, but then again, he's gone up a league, hasn't he? And I think Sutton. I think they are safe. They are. They're not going down. So he's definitely, and I assume he signed. And
talk about Sutton. What did we find out just before we came off the air?
They signed Danny Cashman on loan.
Now that's another surprise after obviously the sort of fallout that Aggie and Cashman had last season, and send him off to holiday. And it's a little bit like the whole Hagee situation, wasn't it? Like, we know Hagee fell out with Aggie, and he's now playing and player coaching. It's funny. Football's a fickle game, isn't it?
Well, I'm guessing he's just back from a big injury, isn't it? And Crawley are looking at a chance for him to get a handful of games in before.
Because he wasn't in the squad list for Crawley anyway, was he?
It might be a case of getting some games in him, getting him in the window a bit to move him on in the summer, maybe.
Or give him another chance next season at Crawley.
I thought when you went a couple of expletives.
Me?
Yeah, never. Stand behind the away end, standing by the dugouts. You'll hear Jacko. You'll know what voice we're talking about. But I thought he was coming back here when you said that. I was like,
can I be really honest?
Yeah.
I'm glad he's not coming
back.
Yeah,
no, I love Cashman. I think he's a really good guy. He's a nice guy. But it's sometimes these things, it's like, okay, we can't say Hinch is back for the third time. But, some of these things, do you really want someone to come back again? And I don't think There was aspects of him that I don't miss. There are aspects I do miss.
Yeah, he's a very good player. And he scored some amazing goals, does some really good work. But I just think the final bit is missing.
Yeah.
And I think...
But there's a reason why we always say that, don't we, Spence? There's a reason why some of these players have only made it up to this level of non-league, because they either lose their head, they
Well, I think a lot of the time it's not necessarily playing technical ability. It's what's going on in between the ears. And certain players, because I remember listening to an interview once with a scout, and he mentioned about when he goes out and look at players, the main thing he's looking at is it's the mentality.
Yeah.
It's the other stuff they can coach into them, and they will coach into them. You can't change that.
No, I think that's a good point, yeah.
Well, coming up on tonight's podcast, we got the players of the month for January and February from the Worthing FC Supporters Association, Remiero, Moulton and Teddy Jenks. We obviously hear from Adam Hilcherwood and JC. It's going to be a bit of a tricky interview with JC, I think. Obviously, the women, as we stand, are pretty much down. It's been a tough season, but we'll hear what he has to say. And a bit more stroopwafflin and meal dealing and all that lot probably by the end of it. But, guys, I think we need to touch on Tuesday night. I wasn't there. I know none of us was there. But watching the football web pages, I was out and about, and I just could not believe what I was seeing. I mean, going 1-0 down so quickly. And did you watch the highlights?
No,
Bloody hell, you don't want to watch those highlights. I get seasick from it.
I didn't watch the highlights.
The camera. Have you?
No, I haven't. Because
If anyone hasn't, look on YouTube.
No.
Again, someone else doing actions on the microphone. Oh, it's doing this.
I want to say, pretend I'm one of those.
Podcast.
Do you know one of those big inflatable like things outside a car wash with the wavy arms? That's what it looked like.
Super wavy handyman.
Yeah,
Super wavy handyman.
I was listening to the commentary, and I had in the background the Torquay game on as well. And I was doing something else, and I was listening, and we went 1-0 down. I thought, oh, here we go.
Here we go again.
And then the weather was atrocious.
Oh,
and
bad enough down here.
And then just before half time we scored, we equalised. Oh, we're back in it. And then, it went 2-1 down, and then before we know, we scored 2 goals.
Yeah.
Very, I thought listening to it was quite amazing.
Yeah, no, it shows the battle, doesn't it? It's come back in, difficult place to go, difficult game.
Yeah, and it was quite. I watched the interview with their manager, and they asked a question about the weather, and he said the weather doesn't make a difference because it's equal for both teams. No, the weather, it's a good win, and I think after Saturday, Tottenham, I thought we were far superior.
Oh, we were completely didn't get out of second gear in the second half.
No, and we completely dominated that. But I was 8 minutes late into the game, and we could have been 3-0 up by then. But
that's the journey.
And actually, if you've seen where we come from a bit of an itchy patch, a horrible patch where we couldn't buy a win.
The things were so low. Like the Tunbridge game was one of just generally one of the worst games of football I've ever seen.
Yeah, you said that
goal there.
You thought it was awful, that one, didn't you? Yeah,
it was just absolutely dire. And
you were going to go, Jakob, and you decided not to.
I decided not to because Jack, my son, didn't want to go. He wasn't asked, and I thought, you know what, we're not going. But I was thinking about it actually when I finished work driving here to record this. We had a patch where we won 13 games, and everything we did went our way. Brett had to look at the ball and went in the goal, and then we had in January. Nothing went our way, didn't it?
But every team's going to have a blip at some point. And you'd rather have the blip then and you can make it back up and have the blip at the end, i.e. maybe Dorking, and it's too late.
Yeah. The way we're playing at the moment, I think the starting 11 will start the last 2 games. For me, that is the starting 11 to go at the end of the season.
It's sad to see because obviously there's some great players that aren't starting, but, it's football for you.
It's about the balance of the team. So, sort of Jack Spong's found it difficult to come back in, but who you taking out of that midfield?
But at the end of the day, as much I like Spongy, I don't think he's been up to it this year. Not up to it as in like his attitude, but he just hasn't been as electric as we've seen in previous seasons, has he? And you be honest, he hasn't, has he?
He hasn't, but it's hard, isn't it? How long has he been with us now? This is the 3rd season?
Yeah, third season.
You can't be consistently good, are you? Yeah. Because if they were, they wouldn't be at this level.
Yeah, and it's again, he's got to use his head to think like he's got to push on, he's got to mature, and he's got to grow himself as a footballer. And he's a great addition to this squad. He's great. He's any of those players are great, but there's only 11 players on the pitch. Yeah, and it's nice to see saying that Taylor Seymour's finally got his chance, and he's been brilliant.
He's been great.
He's been absolutely. I'll put my hands up. I know he's got a long affiliation with the club. He was a former away boy. He's come as a fan, and I love that. I love that about him. But there's certain sides of him that I've seen. Is he the right guy for the job? and he's waited as much. I mean, you see some of these red cards. I know he's passionate, but losing his head on the bench and getting a red card. First time it's funny. Second time you're like, come on, Taylor.
But again, he's got the mentality. He's got the right mentality. So again, because where we stand behind the goal and we don't switch ends, so we're behind the goal when Taylor's in goal. When he's shouting instructions, he's telling defenders to push out when they need to push out. He's telling them to come in when they need to come in. And you need that voice. You need that organisation.
And this is probably when his experience at Portsmouth and sort of Crawley's helped him. That being around that professional game. But I know Yaka, you're more disappointed than anyone, being your son's been a Southampton supporter and everything like that. Josh Jeffries hasn't. You think there was a certain point. You think he lost it, didn't you?
I think. And look, this is. What I think. And
this is the whole point. We're a fans podcast, mate. Yeah,
I'm not having a go at Josh because I think he's still a good goalie. I think you could see him going downhill after the Dorking game when he conceded that second goal. And I think from that moment he started to struggle. And one thing he's really struggling with, where Taylor is really good, I think, is the kicking.
Oh, look at that goal that Taylor got. Who was it against? Where he came out of his box. It was around the right hand side of the pitch.
He made his debut that game.
Yeah, and he kicked it up from
Tuesday night,
and it was like that.
He came out to clear it, but it ended up.
It was more like a clearing.
That was a bit deja vu because Kovalan did exactly the same with a kick, and we scored from. But I'm not disappointed for Josh, and I think he's still a young lad, but I think he just lost his confidence somehow, and I really don't know how he can get it back. Sitting on the bench, maybe not.
I'm surprised Southampton haven't recalled him, but they're probably thinking by this time of the season, just leave him.
He can't go anywhere else, or can he?
Yeah. No. It's the window, isn't it?
The window's closed. It's closed. It's closed now.
It's closed now, yeah.
But
closed.
He can't go anywhere else, so let him train here. It's still a good experience.
He might get his moment. I mean, he got his moment in the County Cup game. No less said about that, the better.
But again, going back to Taylor and his kicking, we've gone more direct in recent games. And
we stopped playing
not it's not all of the time, but we've got that extra option that extra sort of tool in the toolbox that we can go longer and go more direct. And we've seen, it's paid off.
Yeah, to be honest, it has been great. We'll have to see. Should we hear what...
Careful what you say.
Hinch has walked in. Should we hear what Harry Ransom's had to say as his update? That would be a nice little way to think, and we can get Hinch all mic'd up.
Hi, Worthing fans. Harry Ransom here, just with the latest update over from the last month or so. It's been a good month. I think we started off with a poor result against Tunbridge, but since then I think we've picked up some really, really good points and some good away wins as well. So the boys are feeling confident going in with a run in. Like, we're only 4 points off top now. So we're feeling very, very confident with what's to come. I think we've obviously added the additions of Victor and Ashton Addison, which has really, really bolstered the squad and giving us a little bit of a lease of life going into the last few weeks of the season. So hopefully we can keep pushing on, get a win on Saturday against Enfield, and then push on from there. But we really appreciate all your support and all the journeys you guys have been making, and please continue to support us. Cheers.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Nice to hear back from Harry Ransom there. Good old update, but we get a proper update now from Adam Hinchelwood. Welcome back to the Rebel Yell podcast. We haven't got a live audience in front of you this day. Is that all right, mate?
Yeah, I'm disappointed, to be honest.
Oh, mate, yeah. Well, actually, saying that, you weren't here for the pubcast at the end of last season where we just got pissed on the microphone, so you're very welcome to it here. We'll do that at the end of the season. Yeah. Should we get the missus down as well? See from the view of the not the players' wives, the managers' wife at the end of the season.
Definitely. Okay.
That'd be good. Well, let's have something to celebrate first, because I'm not going to lie, and I know you'll say it because you don't look. You just look at the next game ahead. But to go last week from Dorking 9 points in front to now us sitting 4 points behind when we got to play them and they got to play Hemel. It's an exciting time to be a Worthing fan, is it? It's not easy for the heart, is it, though, boys?
It's not
easy for the heart. But what's your thoughts? Because we know you were brutally honest, and we really appreciate it at the Coffee Cast, because you said we just weren't up to standard, and you've been brutally honest in your interviews after the County Cup loss, which was, I know you were embarrassed by it and you were upset, but it was a great performance, and you were very brutally honest on that. But to come back and do that against Western, who are right up there and have been a thorn in our side for the last couple of years.
Oh yeah, I think the last few performances have been good. Different sort of performances. I thought Tottenham's probably the best we've played in a long time in terms of dominating, chances created.
Just controlled that game.
Yeah, controlled
especially
it.
Second half.
I thought we'd done, like for the first time, we've gone away from home and done like the so-called sort of basics of the game really well. So our clearances were good. We put a lot of ball forward and pressed them high. And I think that sort of earned us the right to then go and play our football. And I thought we showed a good balance on the day in terms of mixing it up in terms of defensive and our duels all over the pitch. I thought Youngie and Paco in the middle of the pitch won more duels than they've won for a long time in the middle of the pitch, and that gave us a real good platform to go and play some unbelievable stuff. And it was so good to see this group of players play with the freedom and there's people rotating all over the place, and I want them to have that flexibility and freedom on the pitch, and then to see it all come out sort of second half, some of the rotation, some of the movement, and if anything, it could have been a bit more emphatic.
It was like liquid football second half. It was like you couldn't tell where anyone was playing because everyone was just everywhere. I think I saw Joel sort of in the number 10 as a position than anywhere else on the pitch.
Yeah, I don't know about you guys, but I loved it. Enjoyed the second half. A lot of it was spent in their half of the pitch, and we dominated the ball.
They couldn't get out, could they?
Couldn't get out. We dominated the ball, and people popping up all over the place. There was first half, some of Rem's runs in behind, the timing of them, and the balls over the top from Harry Ransom was the real problem. And then I think doing that then give us, the team dropped off a little bit that we're playing against, and then give us a bit more room to go and play. So it was a real good performance. And then Western, we lost a little bit of that, lost a little bit of the the winning the duels, winning the headers. We was more front-footed against Tottenham, and we sort of took a step back against Western, and we showed a different side to us. I think it's the first time in a while that we've gone behind in an away game and come back, and to do it twice. It shows that the togetherness that is getting built, and I didn't know how to feel after the game because we didn't really create loads of chances and didn't feel like we played at full tilt, but at the same
3
time,
points though.
Yeah, at the same time,
a long journey home with 3 points. How
many times have we outplayed opponents this year and then made a mistake and lost games? I think Hemel, Dover, although we drew at Dover, but I think we've done more than enough and created more than enough in them games to go and win them, and we didn't. So it was nice to be on the right end of a tight game. I think there's been too many tight games this year that we haven't come away with 3 points.
Yeah, you nailed it on the head there, because you think like the games where it's always at the end of every season. I think you say we'll sit and go, what if we got those games? And you say like those games, Dover, frustration, mistake, but we got the point back at the end, which showed the grit and determination of the team. But you must sit there and sometimes the manager really chances you think like, Christ, if we'd done that, where would we have been?
Yeah, I mean, just the run through January, like the 6 weeks probably we had in the new year, was just, I've never experienced anything like it, to be honest, in terms of the same group of players that were so confident just completely go the other way. And I honestly go back to it, but Hampton and Richmond away, I thought I was watching a team that was trying to do all they could to just stay above the dotted line, and I think we had a chance to go top. But it was like watching a team that was in the relegation zone. I just don't know how that slipped into our team's like mindset and confidence, and that just went from completely high and winning games to then a couple of mistakes and a couple of bad results, and we just didn't have the character, I don't think, to turn it round. And then to have that kind of result against Western from the same group of players was telling, really. I think we're on a good run, 3 wins now on the bounce. A couple of clean sheets in there as well. Looking a lot more solid and looking like we're creating a lot more going the other way. And it's a really good time to get into that kind of form.
Yeah, I think, to be honest, we were saying it just before you came in that obviously now the games we're playing, the games when you look at the form, we should be winning. But Eastbourne, as Spen says, they're probably gone. They are probably gone, but they've got nothing to lose. Sussex Derby, pride of Sussex. And you've got Enfield that are fighting to be and then you got obviously after that you got Dorking, which as I said, I don't think I've looked forward to a game as much as I have with that, and I know you'll be looking at it after obviously the win in the sort of festive period and the comments by our mate up the A24 afterwards, and I hope you can have a pint from the bar he's going to put behind your dugout, mate.
Mark sticking the boys behind you.
Yeah, I hope you get a free bar and a free drink.
I think it's one to look forward to, and like as supporters, you can obviously let your minds go there. But honestly, it couldn't be further away from my thinking right now, unless we put in good performances and get results against Enfield, against Eastbourne Borough, then the Dorking game won't mean nothing. So.
Do they sort of those games though? As I said, like, do they kind of not? Obviously, I know you're competent as manager. But they worry you as manager because you worry the boys might be complacent.
I think at this level, same as the league above, you've got to worry as a manager about every team. I think the minute you think and get complacent that this game has a unruly habit of coming to bite you on the backside, the minute you get too comfortable and think you're going to win a game.
I think that showed when we played Three Bridges a bit. I knew it was going to be a tough game because they've been on a massive run.
You wouldn't believe. I wish they recorded my team talk before the game, because it was. You've got to deal with these boys in the 15 minutes. You've got to be up for the game. You've got to deal with their intensity, and you've got loads of players that weren't playing in the Chelmsford game. So you would think they've got a point to prove in our side, and. It was. I've never been so, but I'm still now like
haunts you.
I can't talk to you about it without the blood boiling inside me. That's how.
Well, I thought I was at work and I thought there'd been a mistake on football webpage. I was like, what? Like literally, and we won't go there because obviously we want to focus on things. But we like this equipment. We don't want it smashed against the wall, and we know what a Millwall fan does. Do you know what I mean? So but yeah, looking forward to it. Looking ahead, because that's what we've got to do now. Yeah, it would have been nice to go to Amex again. You know, off what Jack's doing there, and I'm sure it would have been a lovely event. But we can't. We got to focus on the one thing, and the goal is promotion. So Enfield this weekend, it's a similar situation as it was last year for us because Enfield were fighting to stay up, and they were safe. We ended up really good result last year, but there was a point to prove on both sides. We could have won the league that day, but obviously Taunton. No, not Taunton. True, one of those teams down there. Obviously, they were far out. They were far enough ahead. But it must be one of those games you're looking forward to. I was down at training earlier to obviously interview Ted and Rem, and training looked good. And you happy with the preparation for that match?
Yeah, we've obviously with the amount of games that we've had, looking forward to having Saturday, and actually having a full week's worth of training and stuff. I think any manager will tell you the same. It's a lot of when you have Saturday, Tuesday. I think this is off the back of about 5 weeks on the bounce now. You're like second day recovery, and then preparing. You're not really actually getting to coach loads and loads, which is a frustration. But at the same time, it's part and parcel of this league, 46 game season, and you want to try and do well in cups as well, then you're near on over 50 games in a season, so you're going to get that. But I'm looking forward to getting back to those last few weeks of Saturday, and we can really focus and do some proper work in the week. It's about getting that balance right. Obviously, hasn't been too many changes to the team lately either. So you're recovering players. And making sure they're ready to go again. But it's going to be the whole squad will be needed. Bank holiday weekend with the Friday, Monday fixtures.
Yeah, so we've lost a couple of players. Toby Byron's gone to Sutton, obviously signed Randersko's fee. Ollie Godziemski's gone. Where'd he go again? Whitehawk, that was it. Yeah, and any reason for that? Is it just to get them game time? They just weren't getting in the team that was.
We've got.
Because Toby obviously won our December Player of the Month for Sports Association, so I know, I'm not saying it, but I was surprised because Toby's a good thing, but obviously with Beardy back and everything like that.
So Beardy coming back,
I guess.
I think Beardy's of all the new players that have come in, I think Beardy's probably been the standout for me. In terms of we've probably rushed him back. He's probably not up to speed still, but.
It's a scary thought, though, if he's not up to speed yet.
In terms of he is up to speed, but he's starting to cramp. Played Saturday for an hour, and then Tuesday. It's the first Saturday, Tuesday in a while. I thought it was the best, like I've seen, I'm not going overboard in terms of 1v1 defending from any defender that we've had on a red shirt this season in terms of individual 1v1 defending. Obviously, you know, H and Cookie have had some good games in terms of winning duels, aerial duels and stuff like that, but in terms of someone facing you up and dealing with that winger, I thought he was outstanding. And I think his character in the team is huge. I think Taylor coming in with his character and personality has been huge as well. And just when a player's got an opportunity to go into the National League, and you know those players that we're talking about, Ollie, Daniel, Krumah, Toby, probably wouldn't going to be even in the squad at the moment. So that's how strong the squad is. Got decisions to make this weekend because we've got Josh Jeffries and Bailey Smith back available for minutes. So we've had 7 subs without a goalkeeper for the last 2 games. We've now got to have a goalkeeper back on the bench, and then we're going to have 2 players out of the squad. And then if you add Ollie, Daniel, and Toby to that as well, then it's just overkill. I was quite keen to get just the squad that are going to contribute to Worthing to come into training this last week as well. Normally we have all the lone guys come back in on a Monday and Friday where they're playing in part-time teams, and we just told them to stay away and do their own recovery, and we can really focus on the team that can contribute.
That's really interesting too, actually.
It's not me being disrespectful, but ultimately, the other Friday we had 27 players, and it was like, come on, like we can't do some proper work.
Whereas the stage of the season now, just need to focus.
Yeah, focus 100%. Get the 22, get them tighter. And one positive for all the staff is after training, get a little bit more food because those
little pots.
That's what it's really about.
No, but like also these young players need to go and play football. Like Ollie Gozamensky, I think is an outstanding talent. How he's come from step 4, adjusted to our training and the improvement that he's shown, but then he wasn't really featuring a great deal. He's a 19-year-old lad that needs to play football, so I think the best thing for him to go to White Oak. Apparently I was really pleased with his performance on the weekend against Welling. Get a run of games between now and the end of the season, then we're going to get a better Ollie that comes back in the summer.
Okay. Is he contracted to us for next season?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that.
Toby probably wasn't in my plans. We've had a little change in sort of shape and stuff, and playing with like our fullbacks, and I just think Sam Beard and Coxey are probably ahead of him in that position. Okay. Had a bit of a bad dip in form, in my opinion, and his confidence went a little bit. And then Daniel Krumah just hasn't shown us enough, and then goes and scores 2 goals for Hampton. So it just shows you, doesn't it? It just shows you that he might not fit our sort of style of what we want, but if it's them, and I think you're wrong to keep players around if they're not going to be even featuring in the squad. So I'm one that these young players need to go and play football.
And what about the new signings, mate? Victor from Slough. I like him a lot. He's something different.
Yeah, Nadders as well. I think
got
he's a top player, to be fair. I think I played against him a few times, and you know, I thought he was just like a bit of a speedboat that just run, but he's got more to his game. He's an intelligent player, and you know, we've got the top goal scorer in the league sat on the bench, and you've got Victor and Nadders playing. You've got someone that's dropped down from League 1 and League 2 in Callum Moulton sat alongside our top goal scorer. So to have that firepower at this stage of the season is massive, and you know, really thankful that the board allowed us the opportunity to go and make those signings.
And does Callum bring a bit more experience to the side as well, because we're quite a young side?
Yeah,
and
he's
been there, done that. Yeah. But like the Kane Wills, the Nicky Wheelers of the world, and Callum
Racines and
I don't know if I said that to you guys last time about the experience and stuff, and he's not really you know, one that's going to go out and shout or something. He's quite a quiet character, actually. But what you want him to do is, when he's out there on the pitch, lead by example, and show what he's about. And I think with Nadas, he's a really good example of that. Absolute class pro and a great addition to the dressing room. And Victor's a really exciting young player, 23, and I think he's got probably 12 goals, 13 goals, and 10 assists or something.
Didn't he score against us at Slough away?
Scored against us twice.
His stats this year. Slough were outstanding.
Stats are good. He's just completely. I think he's still in a bit of a shock at the moment because he's come from Slough. I think even last year he was like step 4. He went to Slough, done really well, but playing part time, and now just to come into Worthing in a full time environment, and he's still getting up to speed with it all. I think he's a bit shocked in that first week. I think the first game he played, he tried too hard to show how good he was, and then I thought that the game after that, where did we play? Was it Tottenham after that? There was one more.
There's another one in between. I'm
sure. I thought the second game he was like a bit too casual, and then
he's getting used to
it. Yeah, and then
Tottenham on Saturday, he seemed to be a lot freer.
Definitely, I think it's a bit too.
How he was playing and where he was on the pitch, he was floating around.
When he finds his feet, we've got an exceptional talent. There's no question about it. And I think one thing we can do now is put some ball in behind, and we've got 2 players that will occupy defence and put them under real pressure. And our third goal the other night was an unbelievable ball from Joel, an unbelievable run, timing on Nadas' run. And then his ball into the box, and you don't want anyone else in that position to tap it in, and Bradley Donohan. So, it's really, really exciting in those forward areas. Raz hasn't got on the pitch in the last 2 games, and he's been an outstanding player for us. His goal contributions have been massive, but what you want to see is a response and a reaction for these guys being out the team.
Can't beat competition.
That's it. That's right, and I think it's showing. It's showing in training. The group that we're getting in for training is of the top level. Spongy struggling to get in the side, and he's been outstanding for us at times this season. So
one thing I wanted to say though is that I know you've known Taylor Seymour for a long time, and I know he's been frustrating for you for a long time. He's been frustrating for all of us for a long time, but it's great to see him come in the squad. And actually, as I said earlier, and I'll put my hands up, I'd say it to his face, I was bit like, why are we signing Taylor Seymour like when he was signed for Aggie last year, and from what I've seen him on a personal level outside when he's in the stands and stuff. But he's so mature in that goal, and it's like a completely different person. He's a brilliant talent, and you must be pleased with what you've seen.
Yeah, I mean, like in training, he's been training phenomenally for some time now, like really well, and Kilo's going like he's doing well, and we had a session in training. I think we had some small sort of games, and I think his team won every single one. I don't think he conceded a goal. And just how he organised his back line and everything to keep those shutouts. And I thought he's got to have an opportunity. And when players are sitting there waiting, all you can ask is that you'll get an opportunity, and it's down to you to go and take it. Yeah. And I think he played now 6 games and we've probably won 5 and kept 4 clean sheets. Was like the stats. So
I think it was for me is when he got his he's had it a couple of times where he's got in trouble from the referee, off the bench, and it's like, oh, Taylor, just I know he's passionate because he's a fan of the team. He's grown up in the away boys and all that, and that's why I was like, oh, for God's sake. And that's why I think my original opinion, but it's completely changed, and it's just really rewarding to see. And I think he's a really massive addition to the team.
I think his character and his personality, and obviously being a fan that I remember coming to games and Taylor's there on the drum, and now he's actually
in goal
for us. It must be an unbelievable feeling for him.
Of course.
And he's embracing it, and that's all you can ask, isn't it? I think whenever anyone gets an opportunity, all you ask is like, it's up to you to go and take it, and he's certainly done that. So. Yeah, really pleased with what he's bringing.
So Easter weekend after obviously Enfield, you gonna have time for a roast?
No, we'll have the boys in on Sunday.
Oh God,
definitely. So
a little pot of lamb on Sunday then.
They're going to have an Easter egg hunt.
Get them chasing. So you're saving that nice bottle of red and the roast for Monday after we beat Dorking, yeah?
Yeah.
Well, whatever.
We've got
it's going to be a fun weekend, mate. It's
a long
gonna
time
be,
for red wine in the summer. So
bubbly.
Yeah,
it's a bubbly.
It's bubbly, is it?
Yeah, we'll get the bubbly sorted. But Hinch, it's been great to chat to you again. Thank you for being so open and honest. We'll obviously be here supporting the team. And we won't even say that to him because let's hope we'll have a nice podcast next month.
Yeah, we get Trace on and do it in the pub, yeah.
Right. He's invited his wife on there now. So we have to have Tracy on there now.
We're not getting a word in.
No, she's quite shy.
We have to get the shots in or something like that. Or get Buddy along as well. Get Buddy and Tracy. Yeah, we'll do that. There we go. Yeah, get them too. Yeah. That's when they'll get the content, won't we, guys? But Hinch, good luck in the next few weeks.
Last one. Cheers, guys.
We'll speak to you soon.
Thanks.
Cheers.
This is the Rebel Yell Podcast. This is the Rebel Yell Podcast.
Hinch being open and honest as usual. Good old chat we've had. Our gaffer Adam Hinchelwood. He's just open and honest. And, it's hard to say from a fan's point of view, isn't it? Because obviously we're looking forward to what could be. He don't give a shit about that right now because he's just thinking about the next game. He's thinking about Enfield.
Well, he's quite right, because we have to take it game by game. And also, it's all the ifs and the buts, isn't it? What if they win and what if they lose? We need to keep winning our games, and then hopefully results go our way.
Yeah, just got to concentrate on what we're doing, one game at a time. Let's get all the cliches out. Come on.
Yeah, one game at a time. Let's go in. Focus on the next match.
It's a game of two halves.
Yeah. Well, as we said, two of the standout players for the fans in the last couple of months have been Teddy Jenks and Remiero Moulton. Remiero signed just at the end of December, I think he came here.
January or so.
Beginning of January, he won Player of the Month in his first month, which has been fantastic. Obviously, Teddy Jenks has been, since Aggie signed him, he's been fantastic. One of the best players in the squad. But I was lucky enough because these two part-timers couldn't make it. I had to sit down with them earlier. Do you know what I mean?
Some people do proper work.
Yeah. Well, that's it called, mate. Serving the masses. But yeah, I spoke to Teddy Jenks and Rem Moulton earlier on at Woodside for a good old chat. So enjoy.
This is the Rebel Yell Podcast.
Rem, Ted, welcome to the Rebel Yell Podcast. How are you doing, chaps?
Yeah, all good, thank you.
Yeah, very good. So firstly, I'll say congratulations. You won Player of the Month for January, Rem, and Ted, you were February. Both new signings. Rem, you here sooner than Ted. You signed Ted, was it last October, was it?
John, I don't even know.
It was when Aggie was still here, wasn't it?
Under Aggie, The first game was Jersey Bulls, so whenever that was.
What a game to get you on the ferry over there, on the plane or whatever it was. And Rem, when were you? Were you December, was it? Or?
I was, back end of December, January. Actually, no, I was January, back end of January.
So you see what an impact he's made. He's come in January and he's nicked the Player of the Month award. But
that was a tough month for us. Obviously, we went through a lot as a team, but obviously individually it was good to win Player of the Month, but more focused on the league and all the lads.
Yeah, and obviously, you came on loan from Watford, or you are on loan from Watford. You've been at Brighton before within the youth setup, and you started your career at Watford, am I right in saying?
Yeah, so I started my career at Watford, then got brought to Brighton, then didn't get a contract at Brighton, went back to Watford and found myself at Worthing.
So you like the South Coast, don't you, by the looks of it?
Yeah, I don't mind it, to be fair. It's good weather, good people, so quite peaceful. So yeah, I don't mind it down here, to be fair.
Are you having to drive back and forth? You're not still up in Watford, are you?
Oh yeah, I still live at home, so I drive back and forth.
Oh my God.
Or trains, so.
Yeah, so not bad. And Ted, you came in, you were training sort of as a free agent, weren't you, for a while at the beginning of last season? I remember Aggie actually said to us, I've got this amazing player who's not signed, I'm trying to make sure he signs. And a few weeks later he signed, and you both, as I can say, you both sort of held yourself to the fans. So how have you found settling in here?
Yeah, it was easier for me, probably more than Rem, because I knew a lot of the boys before I came in, and the manager. So yeah.
Because you were at Brighton, you were at Brighton Youth, weren't you? Is that where you started?
Yeah. So my brother had Aggie at Brighton. That's how I knew him, and then.
So he didn't put you off then?
No. He said he was good, to be fair. From what I'd seen, he's
he's a good guy.
And I had Hinch. I think under 14s.
Oh right, yeah.
So I've known him for ages as well.
So you've. I was going to talk about your career first, Ted, because obviously I've seen you play in Scotland for Aberdeen, and is it St Johnstone or Ross County? That was it. So what was that like playing up there? Because you were on loan. I mean, how did it come about? Because you were playing for the Brighton under 23s at the time, weren't you? Under 21s, was it? And you got loaned up to Aberdeen. So how did that move come about?
It was an interesting one, really. I just.
didn't really want to go into the EFL yet, and Aberdeen they're obviously a massive club in Scotland. I thought there'd be some really good experiences up there, which there were. Playing in Europe, and some of the stadiums up there were incredible. So yeah, I learned a lot and I enjoyed my time up there.
So it was a good sort of way to sort of build you for the professional game, getting used to it. And then so you went back to Brighton, was it? And then you got loaned out again up to Scotland. So was that the same sort of thing? You were known up there, and maybe sort of scouts and sort of saw you like that?
Maybe, yeah. I went to Crawley first.
Yeah.
Done a season there, finished early through injury, and then went to Forest Green. And yeah, I wasn't really enjoying my time there. Was there for about 6 months, and then the second half of that season, then I went back up to Scotland, and yeah, I really enjoyed it when I was up.
Was that the season they got relegated back to the National League?
Forest Green.
Yeah, Forest Green.
Yeah, it's a bad season.
So it was not a great place to be around at the time. I mean, the thing is, I guess it's the thing in football. You know, everyone's in a squad, but you don't want to be in a squad that's sort of like straight to relegation. And it must have been tough to be around. But obviously, going up to Scotland, it wasn't too bad.
Yeah. There were so many changes as a manager and work as well, and things like that. So yeah, it seemed a lot more settled up in Scotland, and I could play more games.
So how did this? You were released from Forest Green, and you were sort of free agent. Like, I'm sure there would have been interest in the summer, but like, how did it not just end up happening, and you just ended up finding yourself down here training and then trying to find a contract?
So yeah, I went to a few different clubs, most of them in the National League, and yeah, had a few offers, but like from the time I spent there, I went in for like a week's training with the lads first before I went. And made a decision anywhere, but yeah, it just weren't really for me. So yeah, then there's actually my mum suggested, so why don't you go play for Worthing and see if you can go down there. So then I gave Aggie and Nath a ring, and yeah, I haven't looked back since.
Yeah, you settled in really well. Like, there's always people on terraces saying how good you perform on the pitch. It must have been weird that Aggie signed you, and then a few weeks later he goes, you're like, right, I've got. I mean, I guess although you knew Hinch, it's that sort of thing. Like, I've been signed by this manager. Like anyone, like obviously you've seen Toby Byron, obviously left the club this week. Good luck to him. He's a top guy, but you know he came with that new manager, and you know maybe didn't find himself settling in. But is that something that worried you at first, or were you quite confident you'd be able to keep your place in the team?
With Hinch coming in?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, same with any manager. I don't think anyone's confident they can, keep your place in the team. You still got to work hard no matter who comes in, if you know him or not. But yeah, I've known Hinch I know him better than Aggie. So, yeah, it was
nice couple. So Rem, you got yourself here in January, got the Player of the Month. You settled into the squad really well. How have you found sort of playing sort of regular football on the pitch, and you know the ups and downs of the roller coaster of Worthing's season in the last couple of months? Because you came in a month where we just couldn't find a win, could we?
Yeah, it was quite tough, to be fair, coming in and sort of going through a bit of a dip in form. But I think for me, it makes me develop a lot better coming in through tough times, because I think you kind of get to see both sides of the game, because as you know, the reality of football is up and down. But you know, as I said, like the lads, we kept pushing. A lot of the lads has helped me here as well, like Ted massively, in so many different ways. And obviously, as you can see now, we're sort of galvanised, performances are getting better, results are getting better. So yeah, I'm just really happy to be down here, because I think I've developed so much from when I was at Watford. So yeah, I'm just really excited for the remaining games.
Yeah. So can I just ask, and don't have to answer, are you out of contract at Watford in the summer, or is it sort of an ongoing basis and you're not sure what your future holds because you've been loaned out here and then see what happens in the summer?
No, so I've still got another 2 years plus an option at Watford. Yeah. So yeah, we'll just sort of see what happens in the summer. Yeah,
I mean, maybe we can tempt him away for a winner's medal of the league or a promotion trophy, but that's talking ahead of our game. So I wanted to touch on that with you guys. Obviously, January, as we said, was tough. It was a tough watch, and you know, I think it's kind of I'd say it's a positive thing that the fans obviously expect us to be at the top of the league. Whereas 7 years ago, we were mid-table in Isthmian, you know, and now we're like pushing every year after year. Management change, Hinch has come in, went on that unbelievable run, which probably didn't help because we won so many games. Everyone just expected it to continue, but we all knew a blip was coming. And it's been a little bit yo-yo since, hasn't it? You got a result, and then, you know, I know it wouldn't have been a good thing, but we got knocked out of the County Cup semi-final, which would have been nice to get to the Amex. I'm sure you guys, being ex-Brighton, would have loved to play at the Amex against whoever it will be. I don't know, who did they get? Are they playing Brighton, or was it
Brighton Eastbourne, isn't it?
Is it? Yeah. So they got there in the end. So how do you as players sort of try and get over that sort of blip and like try and ignore the sort of negative vibes that are coming from some certain aspects of the ground?
I just think you kind of just got to stay in the moment. I don't think you can think too much about what's going on outside, because all you can control is on the pitch and what you do. Yeah. So I think if you sort of get that going and, you know, don't listen to outside noise, I think at some point you know the results are going to come.
Yeah, we just got to stay positive. I think from when Hinch come in, if you had taken this position now we're in, you snap someone's hand off for it. 4 points behind, still got to play them. I think even like 3 weeks ago, what were we, 9 points?
Yeah, I mean, it's that thing, like, it feels a little bit, and I don't want to step ahead here, but it feels like what the position we were in last year as the club, when we were like 9 points ahead and we let that lead slip, which we don't want to jinx it, because Dorking, we've got to play Dorking, which I think Bank Holiday Monday is huge for that game. I mean, all the games coming up are huge, but that game could mean so much to the league outcome. The Tuesday night, I mean, I saw the celebration on the pitch, on the video. You guys would say it was like you'd won something. It just felt everything was right. It clicked into place. I mean, coming back from being behind and then like winning the game. But when you found out Dorking had dropped points, because obviously you don't know during the game, I don't know if you hear in the crowd, but you're probably so focused. What did you think? That it sort of put the icing on top of the cake? That, like, oh God, we're really close to it now.
Yeah, I think it's always nice to see the team you're chasing drop points, but I think at the end of the day, you just got to focus on yourselves. I think you can't get too high, can't get too low. But I think for us personally, that result meant so much more, because, you know, we've had a really bad away record and we've struggled a lot. I think the fact we bounced back from conceding twice, it just gave us a real belief that, look, we can do it. And of course it's nice for Dorking to drop points, but as I said, we're focused on ourselves.
Yeah, definitely. I think people don't really speak about it, but players would be lying if they said they didn't look at other results and they'd say, well, you focus on yourself and things like that. But everyone always checks, and it's a nice feeling when you get a win, especially away at a tough ground. We know they've got to go there still. So it was a good feeling.
Were you both on the coach on the way back? Yeah. How was the atmosphere on the coach?
Yeah, it was actually good.
The laughs make me think some unrepeatable things.
No, nothing like that.
No, but to be honest, like back in the Isthmian League, we used to share the coach with the players and stuff. And when we have these amazing victories, we just don't imagine the atmosphere. So those are the things we miss. Obviously, getting higher in the league, we do miss being in that celebration. But I can imagine it was fun, and it made quite a long, arduous journey quite enjoyable, I assume. And then you were probably all cucked out, like knackered after about half an hour of sleep. Am I right?
Yeah, I mean, to be fair, I got on the coach and I was basically asleep anyway. But it's just as Ted said, like, we got to enjoy these wins. You know, it's a massive win going up to Western. The journey as well there is a long journey. So we did enjoy it, but we know full focus ahead on Saturday against Enfield.
Yeah, fantastic. Are you guys looking forward to Enfield?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, I think it's another grass pitch. Be another tough game. You know, they're obviously fighting to stay up. So if we apply ourselves well, then
do you like playing on grass pitch? You say that. Like, do you like the variety? Like, what is it? I mean, obviously, grass pitch in this league, they're not like Watford's training grounds or like Brighton's training grounds. They're so inconsistent. I mean, you didn't have to play at Welling United last year, to be honest. But you know,
look, whatever the pitch is, it is. But it is when you go from Astro to grass. I think that change can be a bit difficult. But I think at the end of the day, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? I don't really think too much about the pitch.
So guys, we'll wrap up the interview there, but I don't know if you've heard us before. We always ask a new player on the podcast an interesting fact about themselves. Unrelated from football, anything. We've had people that have, there was a women's player that was playing with one less organ. I think she had one less kidney because she got an injury and had to get it removed. We've had, apparently one of the member of staff here dated Kate Moss. I don't know who that is, and you can find that out. Come on, an interesting fact can be anything. Someone you've met, something you do, a talent, anything like that, and keep it clean. It's a family-friendly podcast, guys.
Oh God!
This is a reaction I love. We just put you on the spot.
Yeah, it's quite tough to think of.
You got anything, Ted? Well, he's
Ted,
anything.
What was it? An interesting fact?
Just an interesting fact. Yeah, something that people, you know, like when you do those. If you get a new job, I don't know what you do. This sort of things like you know, in a company environment, like, tell us an interesting fact about yourself, like something you've done or something you've been on TV or radio or like anything.
I've been on the EastEnders set when I was.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
What, as an actor?
Nah.
Oh,
just
that's
like
just
an
visiting,
extra.
innit? You know, oh, an extra.
no,
Oh,
the
an
show
extra.
was
Oh, an
rolling.
extra.
The show was
There you go. I
rolling.
thought you meant you just done a tour. There you go. So you're an extra. So can you do the dun. Get a remix of that. So, yeah. That's a good one.
This ain't interesting, but before a game, I struggle to sleep. I get about 4 or 5 hours sleep.
Really?
Yeah, I can't really sleep.
Just everything going around your head. And
Loads of stuff going around my head. That's not interesting. No,
no, it's a different type of preparation for a match.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So, yeah.
Interesting fact. Golf?
Nah,
golf, no.
Very
Bang
happy,
average. I'm named after Teddy Sheringham.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, it's my mum's favourite player. And then
Oh,
I met
really?
him last year in
Oh,
London
really?
on holiday.
What was that just coincidence you met him? You just bumped into him, or was you stalking him?
No, yeah, he was just round the pool at,
Yeah.
this hotel, and I just bumped into him there.
Yeah. What did he think when you said I was named after you? What was his reaction?
I think he was a bit intoxicated.
he was like, "Go away, leave me alone, don't call me."
I got a photo of him, and he was nice. So yeah.
To be honest, I did think the sort of age you are. I wondered if it was anything to do with Teddy Sheringham, because obviously it was huge. A fan. Was your mum with you when it met, or did you just send it? Were you on holiday on your own?
Yeah, I was with my mum and my brother.
Oh, that's cool.
So I seen him, and then my mum was like, she didn't want to go up to him at all. She was so nervous. I said, "No, mum, you have to. You're never going to see him again." So yeah.
That's brilliant.
Yeah, we got a photo in the end.
That's cool. Well, guys, thank you so much for spending time with me today. Obviously, everyone is behind you. 6 games to go, I think it is, plus any potential playoffs. But we don't want to get there because we hate the playoffs at this time. Good luck. We'll be behind you, and hopefully we might be able to get you on some end-of-season celebration of some sort, yeah?
Yeah, perfect. Thank you so much.
Thanks, guys. Cheers. Thank you.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
Are you all right there, Jacko?
Yes, I am.
Are you okay, mate?
I'm all right.
You're losing your marbles in your old age.
Because of you.
Yeah, I'm cueing you in, mate. It's a
Lights, camera, action.
It's professional, isn't it?
That leaves us out.
Professional. In it. Great to hear from the guys there. Worthy players of the month, I'd assume. And
What was that?
EastEnders. At least if the football career don't work for him, Rem can be on EastEnders again.
Yeah, it could be. But I think, they're both very good players. And, I think Teddy Jenks, he's amazing. I think he doesn't run across the pitch. He glides. Runs.
Like dancing on ice.
Effortless, yeah.
Effortless, like a glide. Great roundup of the men's team. Unfortunately, we're going to have to touch on the women's team because we're pretty much sitting here with relegation almost signed, sealed, delivered. It's a shame, boys, isn't it? Because obviously, look at the hard work John and Kelly did to get us this level, and that season we had where it went down to that very replayable game, which we nearly cocked up on and got us promoted. And then last season, we've been in the third year in the women's National League Southeast and /Southwest for the past 2 seasons, and it's all come to an end by the looks of it.
It's been a tough season before it's even really started. With, player turnover and trying to get new players in and building a new squad. It's just been a hard season.
Yeah,
and the travelling doesn't help either, does it?
Yeah, I mean, I would like to think, because we know the travel costs a hell of a lot. I'd love to think that the money that will be saved being back in the London South East Division, the club may be, and we don't know how the finances work, but it may be able to be used towards at least covering expenses for the girls, because the league below is a very competitive league compared to what it was before, whereas maybe 1 or 2 teams, but there's 3 or 4 teams in that league, maybe even more, that are competing at a decent level and a high standard that do supply expenses. So let's hope that the club can look into that, because it's a shame to see that the fans at the games have dwindled, because obviously people don't want to go and see a team being thrashed 10-0. And bad enough for the players, but the crowds have gone down, there's none of the mascots anymore, which is a shame, because I knew how nice it would see all those girls, local girls teams, like walking on with their people that could be their future idols for all you know.
It is sad, and especially, we always build it up, and we always, I hold my hands up, but I haven't this season hardly been. Because of, things are happening.
Life.
Yeah, life is happening. And, yeah, it's just sad. But hopefully, if they go down, hopefully JC can build a new squad or get people players staying, and build up, and then hopefully have a very good run next year.
Hopefully, even though it's a step down, it maybe becomes more appealing to come and play for Worthing. For local girls, because the travel and things has gone out the equation.
Yeah.
Well, if they travel to Bristol or Somerset where they have to go, the whole Sunday is gone.
Yeah. Well, there isn't loads to talk about, obviously, for obvious reasons, but let's hear what JC said anyway.
This is the Rebel Yell Podcast.
It's quite tough to talk, isn't it? Because there's no point beating around the bush. Just the results have been poor, haven't they? And must be quite hard to take as the gaffer.
Yeah, I mean, there's, everyone can see. And obviously we knew from the start it was going to be a challenging season, but then we had more and more problems every time. And when we managed to solve one problem, another 6 appears. So it was really tough. Games have been really, really difficult. It's just, I think we count the other day, we play more than 35 different players all over the season. So that tells you, how we couldn't get any consistency at all. We had a lot of injuries. We have to find players to replace these players that got injured. We had players that played for one game for us and never come back. So yeah, it is really difficult. It's what I said to the girls, and fair play to the girls. They're giving everything in every game. But there will be seasons that we will lose, like this one, other seasons that will be better, like was last season. But all the players that we have, they are all pretty much very young players, and they all have a lot of games ahead of them. So I think it's still, plenty of time for them to obviously pick up better results and have a better season the next season. So that's what we're looking for.
So what's the morale and camaraderie like in the squad at the moment, to build on?
Well, it is difficult, even if we try to always set up small goals and focus on other things, even already start talking about next season, because it's what, we have 3 games left. We pretty much relegated. I don't think it's mathematically done yet, but,
it's about 40 goals though, isn't it?
Yeah, exactly. So it's pretty much done. So I think we need to use these 3 games that we have left already to start planning next season and working towards it. We know how difficult it is Tier 5 as well. And if we want to go back to Tier 4, we just need to start working now. So we're just trying to do that, get good sessions, get good environment on the team, keep them positive, and take these 3 games that we have left to get something from them.
Yeah, I was going to say, obviously, there's no point beating around the bush. We are pretty much done, dusted. Season's over. Obviously, I know last season we kind of had that issue of girls leaving, which has happened again this season. But there was nothing really to play for, and that's one of the reasons why they're sort of stepping away with it. But obviously now there isn't anything to play for. Are you kind of wanting the girls that are here now to sort of stay for next season? What are the plans? You must be planning for next season. Obviously, season most probably in step 4, unless some minor miracle happens. Step 5, unless some minor miracle happens. Have you had discussions with the club in terms of any sort of form of budgets? I know we said obviously the coach cost is over £10,000. It's been for the girls this season, going 3 hours plus most away games. Obviously, being back at the London and South East Regional will mean that there'll be less travel and hopefully attracting a better calibre of girls. But saying that, a lot of former Worthing girls are now in teams like Salty and Bognor that have attracted in a lesser league. Are you hoping to maybe get more, not professional, experienced core? And what have you started planning?
So, as you said, obviously traveling will be way less. And we always spoke about it. Is one of the reasons we couldn't get probably all the players we wanted is because, we have to go to Bristol 4 times, Plymouth and all these places that we won't have to go next season. I think we have a good core of players currently that I would like to keep on the squad. And then, hopefully add some good players that, they, as you said, players that played for us last season or seasons before, they just decide to stay local and stay in clubs that play a little bit closer. So I think we will be able to attract that kind of players again. In terms of budget, to be fair, we set up already a meeting with the club, but still nothing. It didn't happen yet, so it will happen in the next few weeks. But yeah, as I said, it sounds silly, but team around us in lower leagues, it might have the same budget than us, but they are able to give it to players, and we have to give it to bus drivers and coaches. So that's the frustrating thing. If we can change that towards next season, that will help massively, definitely.
I mean, we'll hopefully get you on before the end of the season, all being well, because we will do another 1 or 2 podcasts. But what do you take from this season as yourself as a coach? Because it's been a hard one for you, mentally, physically, everything. It's been hard to take these results. Some of the absolute spankings by other teams, which we know have got money. What do you take away from this to sort of develop yourself?
Well, obviously, this is a season that I think every manager in the world just
wants to forget.
No, but I think we all passed these seasons, and we all had these seasons. But definitely, you learn things. You learn things about the players. You really see the players that really want to be here and really want to fight for the badge. Players that when results are not going well, they just leave. I think we need to reflect on the things that we've done wrong and the things that we could do better. And obviously, I think we created a very good environment, and that's a positive. And I think we need to keep going with that. Then probably in the coaching side and on the pitch, we might need to look for more clarity, have just a way to make things simple for the girls, and just have an idea. I think I changed my mind 3-4 times during the season, and that probably didn't help. But obviously, I was as well trying to adapt from the players that we were losing and all this, but probably have one clear idea and saying like, well, we're going to play this way. And, if we don't have the players to play that way, probably just coach the players to play that way. It will probably help.
I mean, taking one of the positives, obviously last week we were hoping to have her here tonight, but Holly Talbot-Smith got her 50th appearance award from the Sports Association. Nice positive to see someone staying around to get that. I think the next one is, we all know who she is, it's Elle. Hopefully she'll stay around, because she would have had it this season as well, but some lovely player in pre-season decided to put an end to that. But I guess there are people like those 2 players in particular that you're hoping to keep around the squad for next season.
Definitely, and you mentioned 2 of them that they are amazing. It's so good what they do behind the scenes as well, and things that people don't see, what they do for the team, how they really care, and I can see that. I think we all can see that, and that's great. And obviously, we want to keep them both. Also, we are going to have Bridgie back soon on the pitch, probably this week. With after almost 2 years, when she's done her ACL, she's back now. She's fully training now. And hopefully she gets some minutes this week. And then it's another player that, even with her injury, that is really tough. She's been around, she's been helping, she's been very, very good for us as well. So, that's the kind of players that we need, the kind of players that we want. Hopefully we can keep them, and also, we can reward them somehow for all the job they do.
Yeah, so it's good to have figures within the team that have been around a bit for the younger girls to look up to.
Well, I think as well, it's like you look at it and you say, like, obviously, Elle's a friend of ours anyway, through all the podcast stuff, but like some players walking away when going gets tough, she's stuck around week in, week out, coming to train when she can't train. That must be the type of player you look for when you're recruiting, because she didn't have to turn up every week. She couldn't do anything, but she was around, she was still doing, she was on some social media, which we know has been lacking this season. But, it's they're the sort of players you want around, I guess, JC, don't you?
Oh, 100%. Obviously, when she was out all this time, and even before she came back to play, I have a chat with her, and I asked her, like, are you sure? Because, obviously, I mean, she's not going to make a career of this. She plays football because she loves it. And what happened to her, I mean, we need to think that she was at home for a week, not being able to see anything, with both eyes totally closed, totally blind. So that could be a life changer for anyone else. And you have to put yourself in that situation, stay at home 1 week, completely blind. And you tell me, if you're going back to play football again, that is what caused it. So before she came back playing, I did ask her, I did have this chat with her, and she was totally sure, she was totally confident to come back. The first moment that she could put a foot on the pitch, she was there. The first one, fully training. So, she's been fantastic. And yeah, of course, that's the kind of players that you always want everywhere in any team. So yeah, hopefully we have 20 like her, but it's hard to find.
Well, she's still waiting for that goal which she's wanting. Why don't you just stick her up front? What have you got to lose? Can you imagine that? Like, stick her up front, she scores like 2 hat-tricks or something like that, and actually we might save for a chance of staying in this league.
We might need to try. It might be one of the changes for next season. Who knows? We have 3 games left now, so hopefully she gets there. Obviously, she didn't have many opportunities this season so far, but also she just came back, and we have the 2 toughest games of the season. So it is hard, but hopefully these 3 games that we have ahead now that are a bit more competitive, we are able to compete a bit more and have more opportunities.
Yeah. Well, JC, I think anything else from you, Spence? I think no. Thanks for being open and honest again. We'll see you again before the end of the season, hopefully, unless you've got about 50 stag do's to go on like you did like a couple of summers ago, or some excuse to go back to Spain, which I don't blame you.
No comment, that's a guess.
No comment, that's it. No, but good luck for the last 3 games, and we'll speak to you soon. Cheers.
This is the Rebel Yell podcast.
It's tough, isn't it? Because you can hear it in his voice that he's really sort of he's a spent force, isn't he?
Oh, it's really hard, and it's so good of him.
Who's it now, Spencer? You can tell it's near the end of the podcast. Sorry, it's really hard. Yeah, it's hard. Sorry. Anyway,
it's good. It's hard for him to come and talk to us, isn't it? But yeah.
He still does
really
it with a positive smile,
Yeah.
he's happy, and it's great to have that honesty. And that's what I think is a big shout out to the 2 Worthing managers, because when the going gets tough, they don't hide behind anything. And JC's, learning, it's been probably one of the worst seasons for him in management. And, unfortunately, it's not signed, sealed, delivered yet, but it pretty much is. And
I think it's 9 points.
We need to get like 40 goals or something.
Yeah, it's 9 points behind, 3 games left, but a goal difference.
Yeah. It's a shame, and hopefully, if when they're down next new leagues next year, get a group together, and hopefully, they win it, a challenge at least.
It's a tough league, though.
It is a tough league. I
think it's more tough than it was last time we were in it.
Yeah, but and hopefully,
but we might attract the players that are good for that league. That you never know. We might see some returners from like teams like Saltdean or Bognor.
Yeah, you never know.
I think we'll have a Bognor derby if they get promoted. El Clásico Femenino.
Can't wait. Oh. If that's the case, we'll go.
Get something that anyway. Yeah, so good luck to the girls, and sorry it hasn't worked out this season, but it might work out. Can you imagine if we come back next month and it has worked out?
That would be amazing.
And then the club have forgotten to apply to move to the southeast. We're in the same situation next season.
That wouldn't be funny.
No, it wouldn't. Not it would be, but not for them. No. Not for them. But yeah. Good luck, girls. Good luck.
Jacko's face.
Spencer with a meal deal. Oh, stop. You love this. It's your favourite part of the podcast.
It's the 12-inch sub version.
The 12-inch sub version. That's why we release it.
We got the football on a Saturday.
For moments like this, it will be nice to have a camera.
Maybe next season. Anyone want to sponsor us for a video setup? Guys, it takes us long enough to set this up. Imagine having to set up a load of cameras.
We just need to do a promo video just for the start.
Yeah.
So
back in the day, it'd go on MTV or VH1.
Oh, that's even closed down now, isn't it? I think.
MTV's, yeah, gone.
Yeah. Right. Have you had any meal deals this month?
No. No. But I'm gonna step into Jacko's territory and into his segment.
Oh, does that mean we need to stop the music then?
So where did you go then for your food?
Had some cracking away food.
Oh, Hornchurch.
No, you had the. Was that a gyros van?
I didn't eat at Hornchurch.
Oh.
It looks good.
Oh, it was.
It smelled good.
No, we did eat. We ate at the co-op and got all the reduced shit after. We had like sushi, we had like dips. It was all like down to about £1 in the reduced shit. We're like
a train
picnic. It was like,
but
me and Paul had that like really saucy pat, and we literally, I was like, I've got nothing to wipe this on now. So the Elizabeth line or everyone had a nice like pattern on its seat.
What gone on, Spence?
Tunbridge, the classic loaded fries with chili. One of my favourite.
Yeah, like them.
One of my favourite away.
Was that the only good? Was that the only high point of your day?
It was the high point of the day by far.
Yeah.
Yeah, I get that because Farmer do some good loaded fries as well. Yeah, I'll get that.
Yeah, and then I had burger at Tottenham, and the burger at Tottenham was really
Sorry,
nice.
Spencer. It's not
but
Spencer
did-
eats.
Did you go for the double burger?
Didn't go for the double.
He didn't double up.
But the burger was
Super
nice.
size.
It was nice
So-
bit of lettuce and tomato and onion and things I had in mind.
So-
Did you go to the burger van?
Yeah.
See, mine was
Welcome
out
to
of
the Rebel
out
Yell
of the-
podcast.
Out of the serving hatch. In the
Oh no,
clubhouse.
I went to the burger fan because we arrived a bit late.
Are you sure you two don't want a YouTube channel about food? I'm
Hang
just
on,
sat here watching.
You started this.
Sorry, no, I'm sorry about that. I gave you your own feature last year about service stations, and you kicked off saying there's only one or two we go to, which is true.
This is true.
It's true. So I
still-
give you
This
Spencer's meal deal.
Cobham
Your
on
second
Clacker.
love of your life, apart from services, and meal deals. And now you're going into Jack Eats territory. What do you want me to do?
It's an
still waiting for the
ever-changing
book
world.
to come out.
It's an ever-changing world, you know.
Yeah, we're evolving.
Involving.
you told
There's
me
now
to
going to be
evolve.
somebody say Spencer and Jack Eats. No, that's it. So,
Anyway,
well, you're going to have.
we're having a good conversation.
Okay, I'll leave you. I'll
But
just turn my mic.
I have to say, drop the mic. Horn shirts, the gyros. They were amazing.
No, did they beat Hamptons though? Because you loved it at Hampton.
Oh, Hampton does a nice bit of chicken kebab.
I'm going to do a pizza as well.
No, but if you were
Yeah,
rating it, you got a minus 100 points because they didn't have drinks.
They didn't have drinks, which was a
And after a
letdown.
gyros or a kebab, you need a drink.
You do. But yeah, the food. But no, the double burger at Tottenham was quite nice because a portion of chips was a £5 and a double burger was £7.50. It was an easy
the
choice,
math,
wasn't
the
it?
maths doesn't work there, does it?
And did you spotted in Tottenham the donut stall?
Oh, the donuts still in the
They had
corner.
donuts, though. What when they fry them? Like,
Fresh donuts. They look to smell really nice. With a choice of,
do you know what
of sugar or Nutella.
Do you know what I found out with the last home game a couple of weeks ago I was at? Is that I didn't realise that the Chicken Shack and the food in like the original that bar next to the stand are different prices. I didn't know that.
Yeah, that's why everybody goes and gets chips from the original.
No, that's just mind blowing. Like, that's weird. I know it's a franchise but you'd think they'd at least have aligned prices.
Well, not if it's a franchise.
Charge what I like.
Because the Chicken Shack's more expensive than the club, isn't it?
I think the Chicken Shack in the north
North.
west corner, the club basically hire that out, don't they? Rent it out, I think.
Oh, is it a rent out?
I
Don't know. We need Keith on just to talk about chicken.
don't know. I know it's when you pay by card, it says something different on your statement than Worthing.
It must be a franchise. They must lease a space or something like that.
I don't
That must
know.
be what it is.
When you go and get your KFC stuff in the corner there, and you pay
KFC.
and you pay
the KFC pickle menu.
You pay on your card. You have to do chicken pin.
Oh,
Do you?
has that just gone over your head?
Oh yeah, sorry.
It's an Easter joke.
Oh my god, sorry, it's late.
James is losing the world on him.
But KFC got a pickle menu now. Have you seen that?
I've seen it.
Pickle
but
fries. They've got a pickle Coke.
No, you didn't want to talk about food.
Well,
No,
I
it's not
felt
just
outnumbered
this,
now.
it's-
I felt outnumbered now. I've got to talk about it.
No, thanks.
Pickle Coke.
Next.
Pickle Coke.
Yeah, they put pickle in Pepsi Max. I'd like to
Oh
try
my-
it.
No, don't.
Do you know pickles are great for a hangover? If you have a pickle, it's so full of water because it's obviously been soaking in it and vinegar. It's good for a hangover.
I like battered pickles.
Yeah, well, they have that at the KFC menu, They've got pickle chips.
Okay.
Well, we could try. Actually, the end of season pubcast that we might do again. Why don't we just get a load of takeaway shit and just put it on the table? Pickle menu, meal deals.
I don't really like sharing food with people. But
Yeah, he's like Smithy. He's like, what's the famous scene? Like, what do you want,
Who's
Smithy?
the
I want a
Indian?
booner. I want like a korma.
yeah.
Oh, you'll put a little bit in the middle, won't we, Smithy?
In the middle.
No,
There's the action.
the little finger around the swirling finger.
It's like
No.
you're thinking about my booners, aren't you?
Yeah. No, you get your own booner.
Yeah. It's like, Stacey, you're going to order a korma, aren't you? I bet you're ordering a korma.
Yeah, only got korma. It's an exciting month to come, boys. It's an exciting month to come. I'm looking forward to it. I wish I could get to a few more games. I can. I'm sure you guys will fill me in, as Craig David would say. But again, just get behind the boys. There could be frustrations, but there's no point of having any negativity. Just get behind the team. Because there's an ultimate goal there that could well and truly happen. It's well happening what happened last season to us. We could be that team we could be that Truro. We could be.
Yeah, well, hopefully over Easter we have a good 7 days.
And I think as well. There we go, Craig.
Oh my god.
Well, no, that's not. No, but that's Craig Day. Craig David. Hey, Kez. It's Kez on my shoulder. Like that. But I'd just say, like, if anyone's listening, that's just behave yourself at Dorking, man. Like, you don't want to get yourselves. I don't want to be in like that crossfire again. What we had at the beginning of the season.
But the thing is with Dorking, it's segregated.
I hate segregation.
But the problem, but when you come in, you come through the entrance.
Yeah,
and it's
in the fan zone.
But,
is
that going to happen again though? They might not even do that for us this time because of what happened.
They might just close it off.
They might close it off, and we might just be. And guys, just if you're thinking about having a tear up on social media, just stop it because end of the day, it's ruining the away day matches for a lot of us. Like, I hate being segregated.
I have to say, Tottenham was really nice because you could walk around the pitch.
So nice. And people there were so friendly.
And people went to Western as well. It was segregated. Yeah, it wasn't segregated. Sorry, it was like free for all, and just. That's what it's like. That's why we love non-league. It's not like going to an EFL club. We want to be able to have that freedom and move around the ground. We don't want to be sitting there being hemmed into a bloody corner. But enjoy it. It's going to have a lot. It could have a lot resting on that game on Easter Monday. I'm really looking forward to it.
You're going to Dorking, don't be a cock.
Or sit on the roundabout with it.
But it's not only Dorking. It's every single game, though, isn't it? I think the teams that start losing points now, are you out of contention?
It's exciting.
Well, put it this way: 8 weeks ago, we wouldn't think we'd be here in this situation.
No, and now we're sitting second in the league.
So
it's crazy. It's crazy. But once again, thanks again to MK Winner Cleaning, Price Jones Electrical for your continued support. Again, thanks to the people that came to our coffee cast last month. Get behind the boys. Any last words, boys?
Up the Rebels.
You say that right at the end. Good night, up the Rebels.
Looking forward to the next few games. Everything's based on the last few games. There's something to look forward to.
Brilliant.
Yeah, there is. And then hopefully,
and let's hope our next podcast could be a celebratory episode. Well, no. Well, it could be. It could.
Depends. It all depends.
If we record it's the last day of the month, I think. Looking at recording next one, is that after the season ends and it's
I don't know.
Anyway, whatever.
Hold on, I can tell you now.
Yako's going to look.
The season ends. The Ebbsfleet game is on the 25th.
That's
so it could be a celebration episode. It could be.
That's the last game of the season,
and we'd record the following Thursday.
Regular game, my lad.
Sorry.
Regular game. Yeah, also into the playoffs, which will be that Thursday night, I think. So if it's the eliminators, so hopefully we don't have to postpone for the bloody eliminators because I hate the eliminators. But anyway. Thank you for listening. Share with us on social media at Rebel Yell Pod. It's a new username. Mackies are in the club shop now. Don't even need to bother hassling us, but support you 50-50. And we will see you on the next episode. But thanks to our guest tonight. And vote for the next player of the month, which will be coming out in the next few days, I guess, won't it? Yeah, we've got one more game. Two more games. One more game in March, isn't it? And then we'll put the things out next week. Anyway, myself, James.
Yako.
Spence.
Buenas noches.
Up the Rebels.
Up the Rebels.